The Dow Jones Industrial Average is going places it's never been before. The stock index topped 17,000 today for the very first time. It rose 92 points to continue a strong month and a half for Wall Street. The S&P is also approaching its own milestone. Today's gains were driven by the government's jobs report for June. It shows employers adding nearly 300,000 workers last month, and that beat expectations. The federal unemployment rate is now sitting at 6.1%. So how do the federal numbers compare with that of the state? Well, Fox 11's Bill Miston takes a closer look for us.
The jobs numbers are out. Of the national gains, 67,000 jobs came from the scientific or consulting services sector.
My role is client service manager.
One of those jobs is Alex Tilton's. Tilton works at Green Bay-based Breakthrough Fuel, a fuel and commodity analysis company.
Just coming out of college, knowing that there's a place to advance and kind of being on the ground floor of this company that will hopefully just boom someday. Not that they aren't already.
By the end of the summer, the 45-employee company will have hired 6 new employees. While it is a bright spot on the jobs front, the most recent data shows the state lost 1,100 jobs between April and May, 400 coming from the private sector. The state ranked 37th in the nation in private sector job creation last year. On the flip side, Wisconsin's unemployment rate has consistently stayed below the national average over the last 2 years. Economists say long-term expectations are important in business decision-making, which ultimately lead to more people being hired. But those very same economists say it's hard for businesses to model those expectations in this current business climate, which is slowing the job growth.
The narrow measure is 6.1% unemployed. The true measure of unemployment in a broader sense is more like over 13%.
Economics professor Tom Nesslein says that number includes those who have stopped looking for jobs. Those people aren't included in the national unemployment rate.
The thing that's announced is a rather narrow measure, and most economists, liberal economists and conservative, would agree that this broader measure is relevant.
Particularly when it comes to gauge healthy job growth and consumer spending on the national level.
Yeah, it's going up, which is good, but it's going up much too slow, and we're sacrificing a tremendous amount, billions and billions of output and income.
In Green Bay, Bill Miston, Fox 11 News.
Nesslein says there is only one way to improve the nation's economic recovery. He says politicians need to decide on a long-term economic policy and then stick with it.